Once you step in the arena, cheetah, you're gonna be amazed as you gaze at the armor of this leader, fully glad and shout out to Guru. Game of Thrones, yo. This is okay. So let me just get that out the way. Game of Thrones, season 7, episode 2, Stormborn. I'm watching, and this is the last season before, obviously before it starts, before the last season, and I find myself like, ooh, I don't want it to be over. Man, you guys were so lucky to have been watching this the entire time, and lucky, and I'm sure frustrated to have to wait week to week. I just think there's a certain quality in having to wait, week to week from season to season. Now this 2 years is overkill, but I think you pay attention more than I would. I mean, it depends on who you are, but you guys were lucky. So a lot to get off my chest right now. So Khaleesi is she presses Varys about, who are you loyal to? Who do you've been with this leader and this leader, and Varys hits her with the Willie Hutch. He said, I choose you, man. And he's basically saying, I'm for the people, I'm for the realm. And she don't really want to hear it, but she's like, promise me if I ever become the kind of leader that you would, turn on, that you won't go behind my back, that you tell me what I'm doing wrong. He says, I promise. She says, and I promise if you ever burn me, I'll burn you alive. Oh, I see you, Khaleesi. You better stop getting spicy. Shit. So Mother Red shows up. Red Lady shows up. She tells, so she vouches for Jon, and she sends a raven to Winterfell. She was like, tell Jon, what did she say? Tell Jon Snow, his queen, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, Daenerys. I ain't gonna call you Khaleesi. Watch your mouth. Lex, you hear me get that name right? Tommen, it's the same thing. Stop it. I can show you 8 instances where somebody called him Tommen. So yeah, she invites Jon, and she says, and make sure he knows he's gonna have to bend the knee when you get here. Now you getting too big for your britches, Khaleesi. I don't appreciate that. Anyway, so now everybody's in the room. Lady Tyrell, Coco Dion from Oberlin, Greyjoy, and his sister, they argue about how and when to hit the thing, hit Cersei, and they all confused about which way to do what, but they all vouch to be with her though. That's the point of the scene. Now Cersei, she out there playing Donald Trump. Like, it was cold. They showed everybody strategic, conversations. Cersei over there playing Donald Trump, saying, listen, Daenerys she's a true Targaryen. She's burning slaves. She's burning peaceful people, and she's got dragons, and the dragons is eating them alive. So what you want to do? Like, she's on some Donald Trump scare tactic type shit. And she'll eat your family, Man, they've been building this. So first of all, her scientist takes her downstairs and shows her this big ass dragon head that's about, at least 7 feet tall. And they've been building like an ultimate crossbow that will kill a dragon. They prepared on all fronts. You got to give it to them. So Jon, back with Jon, Jon, Sansa, and Davos discuss, whether or not, because they got the invitation from Khaleesi. They were calling her Daenerys until she calmed down. they got the, and then they're discussing, whether or not they want to meet her, whether or not they should meet her. Talking about fire kills White Walkers, so maybe, it might be cool to join with them. So he says he's going to meet her, but everybody else objects, including Sansa. Her voice is getting huge now. She's like, listen, and not, Sansa and everybody else is like, yo, you the king, and Sansa said something I thought was foul. You will be abandoning, I ain't gonna say it was foul. She voiced her opinion, but she was like, you'd be abandoning your people, you the king in the north. Jon was like, listen, I ain't asked for this, but I think this is the right thing to do. And Sansa was upset until she was like, well, who's gonna run the north while you're gone? He said, you will. She was like, oh, okay, I can do that. And then Littlefinger looks over there with his slick ass. He was looking at her like I told you, though. So Grey Worm, man. Grey Worm and Baby Holly. Woo! Hey, what's that actress name who plays Baby Holly? I just want to look up like what things she's done. She's a phenomenal actress. Ooh, let me, yeah, because she, so Grey Worm shows up to her. Oh, she shows up to Grey Worm's room, and she was like, "So you're just gonna leave without saying anything to me?" He was like, "Nah, so I was gonna say something, but you're my weakness." She was like, "Oh, so I'm your weakness?" And then he explained to her why. She was like, that's it, panties off. Clothes drop. In my head, some medieval slow music started to play. I was like, ugh. So anyway, I'm silly. But finally, shoot, you've been killing us the whole time. Yeah, man. So Jaime tries to get what? Who to be his general? I don't know what this says. Jaime tried to get somebody to be his general. Oh, Jaime tried to get, I think it was Sam's father to be his general. And Sam's father was like, nah, man, y'all cool and all. I don't fool with Cersei, but no, Jaime was like, I know you don't like my sister, but he was like, nah, I pledged my thing to the Tyrells, so I ain't going. And that was that. I just thought it was important to say. So Sam and old Paul Walker's stoneness is spreading over his body, and Sam tells his maester, he says, well, yo, I think there was another way we could cure this. He was like, nah, it's too dangerous. Sam does it anyway. And at least he looks for, the cure anyway, just to see, what it does. So, I don't know, man. Yo, that stuff, like, I'm not squeamish, but shit on skin just makes my skin crawl. That was a hard scene to watch. So, anyway, this might be where Sam meets his Greyjoy. Oh man, Greyjoy is just, man. Uncle Greyjoy attacked his nieces in Theon's joint. Man, oh man, so they took Coco Dion from downstairs, killed the daughter. This is huge fight. Uncle fights his niece, you know what I'm saying? They fought it was a pretty good fight scene, and finally he gets her like this. And Theon is like, Theon looks around, like Theon's right there. He looks up and he sees it. And this MF jumps in the water. He panics and he jumps in the water. So sister was like, oh man. So anyway, man, that was some bullshit. Excuse my language. Arya overheard some people Arya finds out that John, what happened with John, where he is. And while she's en route to go do that, she sees one of the wolves. Wolves don't recognize her because the lady is not a person, or whatever they used to say. Well, they said the lady has no name or whatever. But yeah, she was surrounded by a bunch of wolves. I definitely thought it was the end for Sansa. I'm sorry, for Arya, but anyway, yeah, the wolf just turned around and ran away. So, boom, about to get episode 3 in now. I'll talk to you later.